Hello, my name is Ryan Combe. I'm a partner here at Appell Franchising, and I wanted to thank you for taking about 15 minutes to learn about the Appell franchise offering. This is a brief webinar that's going to go over some of the kind of basic questions you may have about the franchise opportunity. Hopefully, we'll be able to answer some things that you're thinking about and get you to where we can set up a call and start taking the next steps. So first things first, what makes Appell different? If you've done any research into line striping or into other franchises, there are a few things about Appell that will stick out. The first is we have a pretty low cost of entry for our franchisees, especially if you compare us to other line striping franchises or other service franchises. We use in-house financing. We finance approved franchisees a percentage of their initial franchise fee at 0% interest. And so typically people are going to need around $100,000 to $130,000 to get into the business and a truck. The other neat thing about us is that we enable you to make money sooner because of our training program. We actually set up jobs and train you in your own territory. And with territories, we also have larger territories and fewer franchisees. So we are not trying to sell hundreds of franchisees and sell every single county in every single state. We're trying to sell markets to franchisees. So we offer opportunities for franchisees to get in by buying a portion of a market. You're able to work the entire market and develop a business before you have to start buying other territories. The other big difference with Appell is that we have national work. We have spent years developing national programs with some of the biggest brands in America. We do work for Starbucks, Taco Bell, Jiffy Lube, Raising Cane's, Kroger, Mavis Tires, the list goes on and on. In 2024, we did about $7.5 million of work through our national accounts program across 49 states. So when you join Appell, you're buying into and you're part of that national program right off the bat. So to give you a little bit of background on our brand, Appell Striping was started by Brian Appell. In 2001, Brian had moved away to go to college, and his initial plan was to go and go to school in financing and be a stockbroker. And while he was away at school, he got a job for a striping company, learned how to stripe, and realized how much he enjoyed that business. But most importantly, he realized that it was a business that didn't have a lot of sophistication. There weren't any major players out there, and there weren't a lot of people doing things the way that he thought they should be done. So he recognized this huge opportunity to become a dominant player in a billion-dollar industry. So he moved back to New York, started Appell Line Striping, and continued to grow the business bigger and bigger there in Long Island. His brother Mike joined the company several years back, and together they launched a national accounts program. They developed some proprietary products, some softwares, some different things that would enable them to go out and get large national accounts, and they started building on that national accounts program. The reason why they decided to franchise is because here they were doing millions of dollars across the country with these national accounts, and they were sending them to subcontractors, other striping companies in California or Colorado or wherever it was. And they decided that a much better business model would be to franchise and be able to send all that work to franchisees in that area and to also help them develop a business in their own state, their own counties. And so that's how they came to franchise. They partnered with myself and my business partner. We had a lengthy history in franchising. We recognized the huge opportunity that was there, and we launched our franchise in 2023, and we've been growing steadily since then. So one of the big reasons that Appell has been able to grow into a brand that's doing millions of dollars of work nationwide is because our customers love doing business with us. Again, we bring a level of sophistication and professionalism to an industry that is usually dominated by guys that do this on the weekend. So everything from our bid process to the way that our trucks look and our trailers to the work that we do to the invoicing, everything about Appell is different than what a lot of people are used to. And we're able to service our customers in a way that makes them feel better, that makes them feel more comfortable with what we do. And it's this type of process and how we have helped our clients that's led to more and more national work with bigger and bigger brands. People just enjoy doing business with us. So building off of that customer experience, we've been able to put together a franchise program that has really helped franchisees grow their business and love being Appell franchisees. And that starts with our training process. I mentioned earlier that we do training a little bit different than most franchise brands, where we actually will train you in your own territory with your own equipment. As soon as you sign your franchise agreement, we start lining up jobs for you, either through our national accounts program or through the local marketing that we start with you. And we go and we actually train you on the job, and you start making money day one with Appell. And that's something that not many service franchises out there offer. Actually, none that I know of. And so it adds a huge amount to this business, and it really accelerates your return on investment by the fact that we can get you business day one and we can train you and do that stuff on your own jobs. And from there, we've got the ongoing to support. People are available 24 hours a day. We have an office full of people to help with bids, to help with the software, to help with any equipment issues you might have. We have a bidding process and the technology so that when you do send out bids to customers, they look different. They look more professional. We have marketing systems in place. We have everything that you need to be successful and to make more money faster with Appell. So the way our territories work and the way you're able to set up your local business is we typically sell territories by counties. So we want people that are going to be able to buy a county or multiple counties depending on how large the population is. Our territories go up to 500,000 people. So if you were going to buy a county with 1 million people, that would be 2 territories technically in the same county. The cost of that is again, like I said earlier, it's going to be around $100,000 to $130,000 to get into business with that. One of the cool things with us is that, again, we allow you to develop a market. So we're not trying to sell a franchise to every single territory. We're going to sell a county in a greater market, and we're going to allow you time to develop that entire market. So even though you might own one county, we're going to give you the opportunity to work in multiple counties and develop your business and see if you're somebody that could develop the larger market. And if you are, we're going to work with you on buying some more of those territories so that you can dominate that entire market without having franchisees on every side of you. The other really cool thing that Appell has that other people don't have when it comes to territories is that we can give you a lot more insight into the market because we've been doing work there already for years. Through our national accounts program, we're able to look and see this is what services people are buying. This is what services people need. Is there more concrete? Is there more asphalt? Are we doing more striping? Are we doing pothole? Are we doing seal coating? We're able to look at all of that so that you go in with your eyes wide open and we know what to expect. And quite frankly, we will not sell you a territory unless we're pretty certain you're going to be able to make money there. So if we can't look back at the data that we have and put together a very compelling business plan on how you're going to make money and get a return on your investment, we're just not going to sell you that territory. Our brand fund is 1% of every job. That's standard. Most brands are 2% with the brand fund. Our brand fund is only 1% with a $200 a month minimum. Our royalties will vary from 8% on local jobs, and our national accounts royalties are 15%. Keep in mind, we typically are getting a higher price on national accounts, and there is no cost of acquisition for you because it's work that just gets assigned to you through our national accounts program. So talking about all this other stuff, we're really just trying to get down to the basic question with any business, which is how much money can I make? Within our franchise disclosure document, our FDD, we do have an item 19 where we disclose the amount of revenue that we're bringing in on a couple counties that we've been working in. So you'll be able to see in there, and I put a screenshot in here of Suffolk County and Nassau County. They both have populations of around 1.5 million people. We're doing around $600,000 up to $630,000 a year in revenue there. One of the cool things with our item 19 is we actually break down what the average job is, the number of jobs, and then how many man hours it takes for each job. So you can look and see, all right, so on a $5,300 job, it's going to take 11 man hours, so 2 people, 5.5 hours, right? A little more than half a day. And you can start doing math on, in my area, I'm probably going to have to pay somebody X amount of dollars. That's what my labor cost is going to be. We have other things in there that can help you figure out and build a better and better business plan and see how much money you're actually going to be able to make with Appell. And then again, keep in mind, we can go back historically and we can show you this is how many jobs we're doing through our national accounts program in that area. So you'll be able to know I'm walking into X number of Starbucks or X number of Raising Cane's and put together a pretty good model on how much money you're going to be able to make. Now, moving forward, if this is an opportunity that is still interesting to you, after learning about this, there's some next steps here. So we'll schedule a call for you and I to get on the phone and discuss any questions you might have about our franchise, about your specific territory, or anything that I've talked about in this webinar. We're going to send you over our franchise disclosure document. That's our FDD is what we call it. And in there, that's going to give you pretty much all the information you need to know about buying a franchise. There's different tables that break down your initial costs. There's tables that break down the ongoing costs. It has the item 19 that we discussed that shares some revenue numbers. There's all kinds of information in there. And there's another FDD webinar that will actually walk you through that process. As we get further down that road, we'll start looking into the more specifics of your territory, what county you want to do business in, what market you want to do business in, looking at the exact amount that it's going to cost for you to launch the business and review that. And we're also going to set you up with some of the executives in our company. So again, we are not trying to go out and sell hundreds of franchises to anybody that can cut a check. We are absolutely looking for partners that we think can grow a substantial business in their market, and who we work with is really important to us. So before we sell you a franchise, we're all going to talk several times and just make sure that everybody gets along, that it's somebody that we want to be working with, and make sure that you're going to be successful in your area. And we want to make sure that you're 100% confident in the competencies that we bring to the business. So you know that we're the right people to partner with. And after that, we move forward. We start scheduling training. We get franchise agreements signed, and it's off to the races. So from here on, the process typically takes between 3 to 6 weeks. I've seen it happen in 2 weeks before. I've seen it happen in 2 months before. But if it's something where it's like, I'm not going to be ready to do anything for 6 to 8 months, you may want to put off scheduling a call with us right now, because it's a process that just doesn't take that long. It's not that complicated of a business. So hopefully we'll be able to move you through it as fast as you want to go. So this is my contact here. You can call or text me pretty much anytime at my phone number there. I'm in the mountain time zone, so you can kind of figure out what time it is for me. And that's my email address. So hopefully we'll be on a call soon discussing your questions and getting to know each other. But for now, I appreciate you taking some time to learn about our business, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you.